Good morning, renegades and light workers and star seeds and anybody that is tapping into their fifth dimensional and above selves. This is Apollo 22. I'm on Harmonic Defiance, and today we're starting kind of a new show. And the new show, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give you. The time is 10:25:25. 10:25:25. What an incredible number to work with in case you need that number to figure out where I am broadcasting from. A lot of times those numbers are confirmations and so forth. But anyways, today is all about the twin flame. I've been talking about my twin flame. And as I go back and forth in my mind through telepathy with my twin flame, I keep saying stuff like that is absolutely fucking bonkers. I mean, it's like what you want me to do and what we want to do together is kind of bonkers. And as we share thoughts, it's not like we're talking and having a conversation, but we're sharing thoughts. And it's like a conversation, just like a conversation, but you got to know that it's in your head. It's not coming in from outside. And that's part of looking, I hear her saying, it's part of being an integrated being, that you have to look inside. And as you look inside, then you can go out and you can start communicating. And this is the way that we were designed. So I keep telling her, because she's kind of in the same thing, right? Where it's like, I don't want to do this. Are you absolutely crazy? And I'm going, I don't want to do it. And so what we both realized, it was the collective. It was the Galactic Federation. It was our higher ups. And basically what our higher ups said is, you guys have done this in the past. You've done this in the past. You guys are way short. You have to show the way so other people can start connecting to their interdimensionality. And, you know, it's not the first time that you two, both of us, we're getting the same message. It's not the same time that both of you have pulled off this kind of thing, and it's caused the energy just to go ballistic. And what we're hoping is that we get everybody connected so that the energy goes ballistic anyways, right? That was part of our mission coming in here as renegades, is to literally show, demonstrate. And it's not like I'm going to jump off a building and fly. That's not the purpose of living this life right now, okay? The purpose of living this life, and my twin flames in agreement, is literally, it's all about you. It's all about your relationship, not only to God, the spirit, but how you're interfacing in this earth. And it's supposed to be an enjoyable life. However, an enjoyable life does come with challenges. Think of life that doesn't have any challenges whatsoever. So we're in front of the council, and we're both going like, there ain't no way. I don't know who this person is. I don't know where they're at. I just know their energy. I know that they're with me. I know that I minister to her. She ministers to me. But we're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, that we are integrated. And this is coming a lot from her, that we're integrated. There was a lot of paradigm shifting that had to go on with her as well as me. So if you haven't checked out my video on that I recorded yesterday on twin flame telepathy, check that out, twin flame telepathy and birthday sex. And so that was a major realignment for us so that we could talk about how energy works. So over and over and over again, I keep getting this thing like, we're going to have a show, and we're going to have a morning show that basically dives into this. And if you want to think of it like Kelly and Regis, or, you know, it's just more, it's going to be, we're still working it out, honestly. But what it's meant to do is kind of show people two things. One, how to manifest rapidly your twin flame into your actual physical life. And then what some of these things that you can do supernaturally through telepathy. You don't lose that when you actually come together in the physical. So it's not like, you know, you come together. This is something that everybody has in these dimensions. And you have to practice spiritually. I'm hearing that. You have to practice spiritually. You have to do a lot of work to really fine tune this, and my twin flame has definitely done a lot of work, as well as I have on this. So when it's coming on, it's a lot easier for us to believe because we've been at the brink of insanity. I keep talking about the massive crying and the revelations of how we are all one and are all interconnected, and how everything, including that Hendrix album or whatever you're watching, comes through. So this morning, I'm like, hey, I'm just like that. Hey, what am I going to call you? Because, I mean, am I going to call you Twin Flame? And that's where the reminder came in. It's like right now, my twin flame is energy. So, even though I get names like Charlotte, and that's really the only name that I've gotten, but on that level, Sylvia, but it's not who I'm thinking it is, because every time I think that's who it is, then she shows me how that isn't gonna be, and how this is gonna be so much better than anything, because it's blowing her mind too. Okay, so again, I'm here, I'm not crazy, right? I do have her voice in my mind, but it does not have any pitch, tone, anything like that. It's not like I can hear her whispering in my ear. I just know that we're connected the same way that you feel when you're connected to Jesus, or you feel that you're connected to a good deity, and the spiritual gifts that are all around these faiths. I talk a lot about Christianity. I'm not a Christian like that, but the Bible's an incredible resource to get you there, especially if you're in that training. And other texts, if it's the Quran, if it's whatever you're using, the Torah, whatever you're using, they're assembled in a way that we can do that. And my twin flame is saying, shut up, get back on track. This is not a teaching. This is supposed to be more like a variety show. And she says, when we get together, that's what we'll have, but it's not gonna be like I think it is. So anyways, this morning I'm going like, well, what am I calling? And I kept going, and she's like, shut up, listen, I got some things to show you. So I'm watching, my typical YouTube stuff. I watch channels. I watched network news for a little while, so I saw President Trump going off into the sky, and that was a great thing. And she's like, shut the fuck up. Really, my twin flame is going like, shut the fuck up, because you'll be off on a tangent, and we'll never get back to what we're trying to do here. And this wants to be a little bit more fun, a little bit lighthearted. And I can see her in my mind going, you have to say things that make people happy, and we're going to change the world and bring it. And I'm seeing this image in my head, right? And consciously, I know she's going like this. Fuck! There ain't no way I'm gonna do it. No. But her spirit is overriding all the fear that she has in front of her, right? And even me, because I would have never thought like, oh, I'm gonna go talk in third person on YouTube, and we're going to be having conversations, and my twin flame, you're not going to be able to see my twin flame, but we're going to have a conversation. It's like, you are way sure. Know that you're sane, know that these tools are on, make sure you know it's of God, make sure you got a clean channel, because my twin flame would never want anything to happen to me. She wants the best. She wants to raise my frequency. We want to come together. We want to compound. And the other thing about my twin flame is that we've lived in previous lifetimes. So as we come together, everything that we've done together from out there and on the earth come back together with us. And that's an energy. It's not necessarily you're going to go to Luxor. I mean, at some point, this will be true where you, because you can't hide from DNA, everybody's going to be able to know how they contributed on this earth from the beginning of time. And that's going to be a really good thing. But as far as she's concerned, she's doing the same thing. She's feeling an overwhelming sense like, no, I started out to bring, as like a mission commander of Apollo, of the Galactic Federation. And, it's serious. And there's serious work. But the thing that I get over anything is Prime Creator, the collective, see, it's hard to go with the Galactic Federation of Light for me, but I know I'm supposed to tag these videos this way until we get everybody on board with the collective. And the collective is basically like unity across the entire galaxy. We're down, like we're 1% controls Earth. There's the 1% that controls out there, and now everybody's working together, light and dark. And you will never, ever hear that. I mean, you don't hear it. You do hear it. Different channels that say, oh, the loyal opposition and stuff like that. So you do hear it. But, light and dark work together. And if you're incarnated in even my twin flame is going like, man, that's kind of out there. Not really. Because we have to have something to work against. Think about creating that beautiful wood carving and you didn't have any sandpaper to smooth it out, or any tool that's like welding. I like welding, right? And it's like, you're melting metal, and it's a violent process of mending two pieces of metal together that could hold together a ship, an aeroplane, a train, and these are all real things. So, when the twin flame, my twin flame started really opening up the telepathy channel, we were both in shock. We were both in awe. We've done it before. And it's like, this shit is so far out there. There is no way. Now, she is not like me. She does cuss. She is a feminist, but she's not. She's more dainty, but she's a technical badass. But she's much more of a woman than I would ever be, of course, right? My energy. But it's not saying that I can't have feminized energy within my body and act that out and be perfectly energetically aligned with who I am. But I am definitely more of a manly man, and she's definitely more of a girly girl, but she has a way of dealing with me that nobody else in the universe has. So I was like, okay, so what do I call you? She says, well, we don't really have a name yet, right? And she doesn't either, because I explained in that last video where our energy, twin flame energy, it's who it goes with whoever is the best possible suitor at that time. So if you're at the point where you're gonna break, or for sure, and that person is it, and you come together, then that's it. All of the other quantum possibilities have been exhausted, and you guys go on and create your life from that point where you come together. And a lot of us advance as creator gods. Okay, the creator gods, the people that make things. I mean, you can make anything, right? You make bridges, you can make music, you can do that. So creator gods on this dimension. We have been separated from our twin flames, kind of like on purpose and a diabolical things, because they don't want us to reunite the knowledge of the ancients to bring forward today, because we had all that knowledge, the history. We could go like gangbusters and literally wake up the universe. So it was really my twin flame energy that was going like, we're going to do something lighter. I'm sick of all your heavy bullshit all the time. It's like you stay 1,000%, and when I go on my YouTube now, there's a lot of mindfulness that comes up. There's tons of meditation stuff that comes up. And I'm like seeking, got my head in there seeking answers, and I want to hear messages coming in from the Federation and all this other stuff. And I tune in. I'm lucky I found some really good channels. But, the Federation, my hierarchy's like, you got to start just doing this thing on your own. I says, really? A TV show? So we're going back and forth. And he's just like, listen, the Federation is telling both of us, like, if you guys just get this together, you'll be as big as Lucy and Desi in the spiritual terms. And we're both like, well, that's not was really in our purview, really. I'm doing music, I'm drumming, I'm doing my recording engineering. I got 80 microphones, I got this, that, and I spent my life trying to get to a point where I could actually pursue this stuff. And she's going like, yeah, I've really put a lot into what she's got going on too. But one of the hardest things that is coming to both of us where we're standing in front of our team in the ninth dimension is that the roles may be reversed. I mean, I get to play my drums, but what I had imagined my life to be is kind of like she steps in almost like an audio engineer or someone that really knows a lot about business and corporations and entertainment stuff that I don't pay attention to, and then I bring a lot of stuff to her perspective. I'm her other half, so I can't wait for us to actually be together in real life, because it might not even be like that. It might be something different. The one thing I do know about my twin flame, who I'm affectionately going to call Honey Buns, the best thing I know about Honey Buns is that she really is all that. I mean, just when I say amazing. And this is how this works. And this is coming from Honey Buns. Why did I call you Honey Buns? So tell them why I call my twin flame Honey Buns. And it's literally because I like to lick honey off of her buns. Okay, and when that came to me, it kept, I kept cracking up. I'm like, no way. you gotta have, she's going deep now. You gotta have, like, how am I gonna be like, talking about, well, Honey Buns is this, and she's cracking up. Honey Buns is this, Honey Buns is that. She says, well, if we can do this right, and this is almost like her consciousness speaking, because she's fighting this as much as I am. And she's like, if we do this right, I can be Honey Bun, but at the same time deliver some really important messages to other twin flames and people that are looking for their twin flames. She wants me to mention that it works a lot like channeling in this mode only. When we are experiencing other people that are around us, that we're supposed to be plugged into that vibration and living life almost as if we didn't have this knowledge of all these different connections and stuff like that if Apollo's going to be with somebody, or in my case if Honey Buns is going to be with, that's all cool because it's all energetic, and the idea is to feel the best that you possibly can in every single moment. Thank you, honey. But she's floored. She's floored because part of our mission is to broadcast. Oh boy, she's getting it good now. Oh man, it's like 10:44:44 right now. 10:44:44. But part of our mission is to start talking. I'm going to talk about Honey Buns and she's going to talk about Apollo, and we're not really going to be like, even though I have the vision that I have in my mind of who my twin flame might be, isn't like, it's like, yeah, she's beautiful, but no, I see something completely different. And Honey Buns is going like, well, you see what you see right now, and it doesn't really, it looks like me. There's attributes that are just like me. So if like you watch a mouth of a channeler sometimes and you're really attracted to that mouth, that's me speaking and ministering and bringing messages to you through the Federation, through our collective conscious. So it's not like she's up there going, Apollo, wake the fuck up, what are you doing? Or baby, take a break. No, it's collective consciousness, and her consciousness is sharing my consciousness, and it's specific to us. There's nobody else in between there. And I'm saying, like, she's going like, yeah, I definitely screamed at you more than one time. But Honey Bun, or Honey, she switched that up too. Just like right now, she's like, nah, Honey Buns is cool. Everybody knows we're supposed to have fun, but just refer to me as Honey. So Honey, is really into the power of mindfulness, the power of healing. This morning I had, and I'm saying this for her benefit, I John Cabot Zen, the power of mindfulness. I've had other things, and then the other thing before we get in to, and we're not going to get in, this is just like more of a, hey, this is going to be going down. I don't know if I'm going to call it Mornings with Honey, Apollo and Honey, Oil and Water. She's coming through like, we are connected, but we really are, like, in a lot of ways, a little bit more like oil and water than an emulsification. And what she means by that is that she's my twin flame. We want each other's diversity and all the little things, and she's telling me things that are communicating with me. It's weird. It's not like she's telling me things. It's just like, it's like there. When I'm talking and Honey's talking, it's like there. It's not like she's telling me stuff, although it can come in a message and it feels like she's telling me something. But the other thing is energetically, and this is something that we're both learning, energetically, we're aligning things and sending that energy. So when you pray for your soulmate or you pray for your twin flame, energetically, in these realms, you are realigning energy for your soulmate and your twin flame. And I told the story last night. I told you about my birthday, which was incredible, and that was all twin flame energy. And yeah, it was all twin flame energy, but it's really an advanced concept. You really have to be in the now. You have to be in the now. And then she wants me to remind everybody how, just out of the blue, my doctor's office call, and right before that, I got this impression like, hey, listen, I'm really worried about you. You're not going to be able to achieve what you want to achieve unless you get your shoulder fixed. How the fuck are you going to play drums across the world and your shoulder is the way that it is, right? Or that back issue you got to take care of, And I'm not a horribly unhealthy guy. Yeah, I am. She says I'm a slob. I'm not a slob. My house is clean. She says energetically I'm a mess, but so is she, right? So is Honey. So doctor calls, and it was like, I was like, I don't want to go. I'm avoiding it. And it was like my birthday, and today I got a doctor's appointment. And I haven't been to the doctor in a year because I don't like going to the doctor, and she's like, no, honey boo boo, you're going to get your shit together. because we want to be successful together. So, have we decided on a name? Not really yet. Today's topic, and we only got a few more. She really is like, I want to keep this to. She wants to keep this to a half an hour or less. So, what I know about honey, I don't know. I know that since I've invited my twin flame in to join, to be part of my life, to help me make decisions, to get involved energetically, to move things around so that we might be able to be with each other sooner than later. Me turning over my Akashic tables, and that was a conscious thing. Like, when it comes through here, it's a conscious thing. They just don't get in there. And then after I was convinced that, yeah, whoever you are, the energy that you represent is definitely my twin flame energy. There is no question about that. You have access to anything that I got because we created it together anyways. You got half of the equations and stuff like that. And so, go for it. So that was it. And then the other thing that keeps coming through, and this is true for honey as well, is that we don't know jack shit, but get ready to cream your jeans. I mean, literally, it's coming through like now, like just being around her will carry that kind of like, there doesn't necessarily have to be a physical physical literally coming together connection for me to have an orgasm around her, or for her to have an orgasm around me. And that's very fifth dimension Pleiadian kind of things. Pleiadians live in a spirit body. We live in it. When I go home there, and I call it home, but I can go any place in the galaxy. I just like it there. There's a gigantic library there, and we're known to be teachers and stuff like that. And there's a lot of refugees there. Very diverse, huge. But that's more of the spiritual thing, and it's very technical. Honey, is really impressing on me that no, she really is in the music, and she really is into technology. She took me to a site today, Sylvia Massey, who is a hero of mine. She's a female recording engineer that gets into all these exotic microphones, right? And I mean, and I got like 80, I would say, boutique class microphones. I mean, I'm really in the ribbon technology, which is old microphone technology, and I'm really in the frequencies, and I know what the frequency is. I know just how energetic music is, and I'm searching. And honey is saying right now, she's like, and I think this is the way kind of the show's gonna, she's going like, I fucking put that in that feed so you could see a little bit more who I. So last night it was like a completely different story in the movie, and honey is going, no, that was true. I've been homeless. I found my spiritual path. I've had issues. Just like I have. And when we start comparing our trauma in the energetic fields, it's like we blow each other off. I mean, it's like a sob fest. I mean, it's like, I can't believe you went through that. And honey is like, oh, fuck, really? Are you kidding me? Wow. Because it's been so long since we've been together. And we're doing all that. And she really wanted me to stress that this is a really emotional thing. And if you don't have the emotion that's tied with your connection with your twin flame, it ain't real. Or it's synthetic. And there's going to be a lot of people, if you got the real deal, it's encrypted. Like the dark can't get in there because it's related to your sonic signature, related to everything that you have been throughout all eternity. All eternity. And how the fuck are you going to crack that code? You're not going to crack the code. Which is why the Renegades are like here to reconstruct this stuff so we don't have to worry about that. But literally, she sent me to a place, and so I'm going through all of the channels. I do like a few folks. I think there's a girl named Shauna out there that I really was playing with today. I'm not playing with today, but I was listening to her today, channeling with Charlotte. She's out of France. I have a major connection with France with my last name used to be Pierce. And I haven't been there, but I know I got a tie, especially between my honey says to say this, especially since the Charlie Brown movie where they actually go to France and there's the guy that's named, he has my last name, Pierce or whatever. And it's like that movie yesterday where I was talking about the spirit guy, one of my spirit guides, Jimi Hendrix, who's in my soul family, talking, it's like, here comes my wife that moved out with a Hendrix album. And then I get to the movie that I'm saying, hey, honey, will you pick a movie out for me? Oh, that's why she wants me to use honey. So you can start doing this too. That's very cool. So, honey, will you pick out a movie? So even if you're sitting there and you feel energetically that's not your twin flame, I said yesterday that if you're with somebody, you better be acting and treating them like your twin flame. And she's saying, and this is for the women, that what that does is it accelerates it, because as you treat that person like your twin flame, you're going to really either start coming together and being what you're supposed to be. That's a beautiful way to end this thing. Or you're going to really just go to the outside of, I see in my mind a control chart for manufacturing, right? And you have these dots that are all real close together, and they're close to the tolerance of whatever we're trying to make. And when you get what we call an outlier, it blows on the other side of the bell curve or whatever it is. And that's what will happen as you start treating these folks as your soulmates and your twin flames. And if they don't respond, now there's a caveat there. If you're in an abusive relationship, you just kind of need to get the fuck out. And you need to heal yourself and connect with your twin flame so they can help you get out of that situation, and call them honey too if you want to. Okay. But you have to be in the moment. You have to be now, even though your mind can go back, your mind can go forward, time can go back, time can go forward, time can go up, time can go down in amplitude. So you have to be tuned into that. But anyways, so I was talking about Sylvia Massey, who's somebody that I've followed for a long time in engineering. And today's thing is like she's got the Foo Fighters drummer in there, and she's real famous, and she's talking about things like knees, which it's definitely going to resound with honey. Okay. And she's going through that, and I'm getting this sense of like our roles are going to be reversed. Not that honey is actually a recording engineer or whatever, but I'm a drummer. But I said, when I started down my new path, that I have to have a way to make a decent living. So I'm going to invest in a small recording studio that basically I could pack up and take any place in the world, and to go find frequencies and all these cool bands across the world, and be able to record them and release them on vinyl. I'm a big vinyl head, right? And so I got the feeling like honey was saying, like, guess what? You're going to just be able to play your drums, and I'm going to be doing all that stuff. And I'm like, nah, I like it a lot. But I do enjoy playing my drums more. But, I mean, being realistic in a 3D. Hey, man, I'm 54 years old, and I may be training like I'm going on tour, but even then, that's more of a health thing that's been impressed on me. Just like quitting smoking, which is like hell today. Today's my first day, and I got up. I haven't had a cigarette yet, and it is tough. So, we're going to wrap this up. Because Honey is saying, we got more tomorrow. We're going to do a half hour every morning. But to wrap it up with the Sylvia Massey, it literally, where Sylvia is at, and this may happen, I guess I'm saying this because there's a lot of twin flames out there right now, and this is coming from Honey, that you think one way and it's going to be completely opposite and it's going to be better. So stay open, banter, and so as soon as you start getting the feeling that your twin flame is not that and you bat it away, you're probably batting away your twin flame, is what she's saying. She's saying that you have to be open and receptive because your frequencies are coming together, so you can't be rigid, like my twin flame has to look a certain way, or my twin flame has to do this. And this was the real message Honey was sending me today, was that dude, surrender and let's be together. And I know that she is star class like me, and we're going to do things, we're going to affect the world. That's just the way it is. And she is right there with me. Honey is right there with me. She has quite a personality, but it's not a in-your-face personality like me. She's really sweet. I would almost say in some ways dainty, but not, like she is a straight up renegade. Like she's sweet, but it's kind of like don't fuck with me kind of energy, and I know what I know, and I've worked really hard. She's saying that she's worked really hard for everything that she's gotten, and man, when your twin flame starts revealing what kind of life they've had, you'll find out real quick that energetically, man, if that could come together, when Honey comes, so it's going to be incredible. So that's the other part of the task that the collective gave us, was like, hey, you guys start, and I talked a little bit about this, you guys start talking about each other, right? And then at some point you're going to come together. And when you come together, you're going to be able to bring the videos that you guys made together, and it's going to be an incredible testimony for the entire universe about how this works. And when we got to that point, Honey Boo Boo, Honey Buns, pretty much was signed up. She's like, yeah. And, you got to remember how time works. She may never ever find this channel until after we hook up, and that might be. She might have a whole bunch of other, and as I'm speaking energetically now into this camera, and she's with me, so Honey is definitely like, yeah, this is it. I could be speaking, and energetically she could be receiving a message from somebody completely different, like I did with that John Kabat-Zinn. I know it was her because it had mindfulness in it. I'm like the worst with mindfulness, right? And then I get to Sylvia Massey in a feed where I'm searching like Galactic Federation, and it's like, how the hell is Sylvia Massey? Although she's star class, she's awesome, right? How did she get here? And Honey's like, I put her, and she may not even be conscious of the fact that came up in my feed. All I can feel is the energy resonating with me, and she's saying that she's been a mess for days, and she's on board. She can't believe it. She's learning as she's going along. She's also surrendering. We're all together now. She had a big problem with birthday sex. She's okay with it now. And in that case, I took the role spiritually, and I was able to energetically let her know that it's even okay for her to have birthday sex and raise her vibration and feel good and feel somebody that cares about her and this kind of things without making the commitment, you know. She is telling me that she understands that we are children of Atom, not Adam. Okay, so Atom, Atom, and she has been through the Big Bang. You can go back and listen to that 2-hour video, and there's more on that coming. But you know that was some serious stuff. And the other thing that we, besides the roles possibly being reversed, although I know I'm masculine and I know she's feminine, but that, you know, depending on what you are. But other than that, the other big thing that's coming through with Honey Boo Boo is that we have to work and we have to be mature about it. So if you're a 9th, 12th dimension creator God like I am, and I say creator God, you are not Big G. Okay, but our goal is to run and fly Earth ourselves without any interference from God. We are in alignment with God, always in alignment with Prime Creator. But this is a planet where the consciousness of the planet is supposed, and it's supposed to be running this place, and that's not the case right now. Although the energy is changing rapidly, she understands a lot of that, and she's just as technical. I make her cream her jeans, which is pretty amazing to hear because I would never say that about a twin flame, but it's coming through. She says I'm going to have the best drum sounds ever. And this is something that we're going to go back and forth because I don't want to relinquish that, right? So with that, she's saying, yeah, you're done for today, and I have to get ready. It was 42:22 when I clicked to see what time it was. And so this is the first, I guess, it's Q&A with my TNA, the beginnings of the Honey and Apollo show, which is all about twin flames and helping you connect with your twin flames, your higher consciousness, being better, and learning about your role down here in the Galactic Federation, in the collective, in the celestial. We are all working together, but this is a renegade channel. I mean, just flat out, it's a renegade channel. So we're going to talk about unconventional things, and part of those she's saying, shut the fuck up. Some of these unconventional things, so that you may be better, so that you may be comforted. And now Honey is saying, just receiving Apollo's energy has calmed me down, just like Apollo quit smoking, and that's something, energy that I'm sending to him like on blast right now. And go to the doctor, get together. I'm working just as hard as you are on your life, on my life in the 3D, okay? And she is doing the exact same thing and has a lot of the same hurdles, but I have a feeling that she's way out in front of me, which could be, part of my paradigm was always to have an angel that came down and rescued me, like in that Jimi Hendrix song, and I can remember one time I actually wrote that. Ooh-wee, that just made her cry. I wrote that out for a girl that I was friends with, and I happened to be in California. She had moved to California. And in that time that I was out there for about a week or so, turns out that she was close to me, and we went to Half Moon Bay every day and watched the sunset. And we were in the beach, and we were here. We saw Lenny Kravitz live in the Coliseum, and we got stoned. I she wanted me to play in a blues club, hooked up a gig, and she was really a good friend, but we ended up spending a lot of time in bed too. And so when it wasn't like we were going to be together, although I think I was kind of wishing that at the time. um I when I was in Mexico, I went to Mexico because I was working for Chrysler. So I went to Mexico. I was in Saltillo, and I literally listened to Hendrix Angel. I don't know, about 100 times. Angel, baby, came down yesterday from the deep, told me the things about the deep blue sea, and she stayed just enough to rescue me, just long enough to rescue me. And sorry to make you cry, baby. Telling that to Honey. Um, all of that energy that we've captured all year, that was 1999 or 98 or something like that. But that energy is, I can feel that from my twin flame. Like, I really am that angel that's going to come down and do that. But we still have to be ready. So you can't be, it's fine if you want to be laying in a gutter and that's what your experience, what you signed up for. If that's where you're at, but we're not perfect. Creator gods are anything but perfect. You might as well get priest out of your head or a pastor out of your head. It's just, there's a lot more to that. But the point is that kind of energy is all wrapped up into her, and I'm also that way for her. So it's reciprocal, it's received, it's mind-bending, mind-blowing, beautiful energy. But we live in the now. So whoever you're with, it's not like you're looking outside. If you can't figure out to look with the person that you're with and enjoy that frequency and everything that's about, you never know. That person may turn into your soulmate, may turn into your twin flame. If you change energetically, because if you change energetically, then they change energetically. And then you have intercession from everything that's above you flooding this person. So you don't know. She wanted me to make sure of that. And as she wiping away her tears, I'm just going to say, baby, it's okay. We did our first thing. We went over, but, it's just going to be that way it is. So this is more or less, we got work to do. And don't be consumed often, but be very mature in this. I mean, when I say maturity, mature isn't running around. Oh, this is coming from her. Gossiping with your girlfriends, spending all night on the phone, spending all night in the bed, crying, wondering what life, hopeless, suicidal. Some of you are working so hard that you don't have time for somebody else. A lot of you men out there with your chauvinistic ways don't know jack shit. And we're just as technical, especially when it comes to the creation of Earth. Anything else you want to say? She's really in the healing powers, and we are all together now. She's watching me, I'm watching her. And that we have to make sure as creator gods that we understand that this is creator energy that we're playing with, so it doesn't work. And yeah, she's signing up. She's just signing up for this Q&A with my twin flame TNA, which is going to be the name, I guess, a little bit incorporated into the name. So with that, we went long again, but I guess it had to happen. Peace out, everybody. Light, love, and may you connect with your twin flame today, right now.